evening and welcome to today's episode of NWCR's Removing the LIberal Blindfold for this, the 15th day of October in the year of our Lord 2024. We have James Carville running around telling us that Trump is mimicking Nazis after announcing a Madison Square Garden rally, saying it resembles Hitler's infamous rally. And yet Kamala Harris keeps doing things that would shame most anyone, but not her. From Breitbart News comes this one. Nolte-famed plagiarism hunter busts Kamala Harris's book. Copied virtually an entire Wikipedia article. Fabricated a source reference. This article ends with a great statement. Look at how far Harris rose. Attorney General of California, U.S. Senator, Vice President, and Democratic presidential nominee without the corporate media discovering this. Think about that. Think about all the corporate media outlets out there that are supposed to be vetting candidates and competing for scoops. Dr. Stephen Weber, an internationally famous plagiarism hunter, has discovered that Kamala Harris plagiarized at least a dozen sections of her criminal justice book, Smart on Crime. Christopher Rufo reports. The 2009 work of nonfiction, co-authored with Joan O. Hamilton, was, per Wikipedia, quote, first published as Harris, then the San Francisco District Attorney, was the beginning of her 2010 campaign for California Attorney General, unquote, and, quote, outlines her vision of how the criminal justice system should function, unquote. In his summary of findings, Dr. Weber writes, quote, Kamala Harris copied virtually an entire Wikipedia article into her book without providing attribution to Wikipedia, unquote. Most damning is that, quote, Harris fabricated a source reference inventing a non-existent page number, unquote. Rufo provides further plagiarism examples that are just jaw-dropping. This comes just 2 months after the Harris campaign was caught plagiarizing Joe Biden's campaign site by copying and pasting his issues into their issue page. You don't do this. First off, you do not steal someone's ideas and research without attribution. Second, even if you attribute, you do not copy and paste text without using quotation marks. In the examples above, Harris copy and pasted and did so without attribution, which is as bad as plagiarism gets. This is a very big deal, especially for a presidential candidate 3 weeks from Election Day. Have we ever had a presidential candidate busted for such naked acts of plagiarism before? As a matter of fact, we have. Back in 1988, Joe Biden's serial plagiarism cost him any chance of surviving the Democrat primary. You know what they say, birds of a feather. The corporate media will almost certainly either ignore this scandal or attempt to wrist-flick and fact-check it away as a, quote, Republican-fabricated controversy, unquote. But this is not 2008. The corporate media can no longer bury the truth to protect Barry Obama from his troubling relationship with a domestic terrorist. The Trump campaign has already jumped on it, and Vance is wisely pre-ridiculing the fact-checkers who will try to make him the story as opposed to the plagiarism. Harris is already seen by much of the public as a shallow phony. These blatant acts of plagiarism fit perfectly within that narrative. Team Trump should see this report for what it is, a political gift they should exploit to the hilt. Let me tell you something else. Look at how far Harris rose. Attorney General of California, U.S. Senator, Vice President, and Democrat presidential nominee without the corporate media discovering this. Think about that. Think about all the corporate media outlets out there that are supposed to be vetting candidates and competing for scoops. Think of the endless resources available to them, billions of dollars and tens of thousands of staffers. And yet, they either never bothered to vet Kamala's book, or they did and discovered the plagiarism and hid it from the public. We know Donald Trump likes 2 scoops of ice cream, but this scandal of actual consequence was either missed or buried. Whichever it is one more black mark against the corrupt, indefensible, and irredeemable institution. And now we'll remove the liberal blindfold. Americans have to realize that if you hear something rotten said about Trump, you need to research it. He is nothing like Hitler except that he can draw huge crowds. But with Trump, it is with the people who support him. With Hitler, it was only because they were made to support him. James Carville is an idiot, and it is time people started to tell him that. It is talk like his that is causing the assassination attempts on Trump, and he knows it. I will talk of this on Friday's show. We also need to vet and research Kamala Harris. From the Bible it says from Proverbs 19 verse 9, "A false witness will not go unpunished, and he who breathes out lies will perish." James Bryce once said, "Patriotism consists not in waving the flag, but in striving that our country shall be righteous as well as strong." You see, my friends, the time has come for us to start relishing the truth again. We can see that Harris does not. We have been run so far into the pits of hell by the lawlessness of the Democrats that their only defense now is to tell everyone that the lies are coming from the Republicans and that they, on the left, are the ones who are working to save America. Don't fall for that lie, my friends, because the Democrats are the ones who are working to destroy America. Take a look at what they have done to our Constitution and our Bill of Rights. They are systematically destroying everything from the Second Amendment to the ideas that man was created by God. Don't vote without researching these things, my friends, because a vote for a Democrat is a vote to destroy our freedoms, period. Thank you for watching, and as I will always say, we will not be ruled. NWCR is heard through Conservative Nation Media, or CNM, from behind the silver microphone of freedom with the voice of reason in this increasingly unreasonable world, where America always wins. Please subscribe to my video accounts on Rumble and BitChute if you want to know what is really going on here in America. ABC, CBS, NBC, CNN, MSNBC, and others will not tell you the truth. Only the liberal talking points of doom and gloom will come from them. We must start using common sense again and following the truth, because without that, America's flushing down the toilet will continue. Research and vet everyone running to see just who will work to save America and who is there to destroy our institutions. The Democrats have had 3.5 years to fix this, and they have only made it much worse. Stop voting Democrat until they, on the left, figure out that it is America that is the last best hope of mankind here on earth, and they stop trying to destroy her with every action they take. Have a good day, and God bless you all.